Hi, today we are going to talk about the importance of sleep. Think about a human being that goes for a week without sleep, or 2 weeks, or a month, or a year. Do you think that this human being will be able to function and live the full life and function at their full capacity? Let's reduce that to 36 hours or down to 24 hours. Do you think a human being can go for more than 24 hours without sleep and function at their full capacity? As part of this speech, we're going to talk about sleep and the importance of sleep on your mental health. As an introduction, data from the CDC shows that nearly 1/3 of adults in the United States do not get enough sleep. The question is, how many hours does an adult need? Data shows that an adult needs on average 8 hours of sleep in a 24-hour cycle. 6 to 8 hours in a 24-hour cycle. Is sleep a necessity or is it a luxury? There's saying that goes to say that I will sleep when I die. Now, medical data shows that sleep is not a luxury. It is a necessity for us to be able to work, live, and function at full capacity. In this presentation, we will show you the importance of sleep on our daily life. Now, sleep is important because it supports our brain function. When we are sleeping, our body forms new pathways that that help us to retain information and improve the health of our brain. Sleep helps us in terms of our ability to learn, ability to keep information, our ability to think, and our ability to function, even do the mundane things such as walking and talking. Lack of sleep impairs our function. If you think of yourself, if you go for 2 days without sleeping, you will see that you will become drowsy, you will start to slur your speech, you will start to be unable to stand up straight. All of those are caused because of lack of sleep. Lack of sleep also impairs our creativity and our ability to do our work and live our life. The physical benefits of sleep go to our hormones. During sleep, our body produces hormones that regenerates us and revitalizes us. Lack of sleep prevents the body from being able, it's like, think about a car. If you have a car, your car has a battery. Think about if you unplug your car from the battery, your car will not have the necessary energy to be able to function and drive and do the normal things we take for granted when we are driving a car. Sleep is like a battery. When we sleep, our battery recharges and gives us the ability to function. Now, when we get enough sleep, we are able to, when we get enough sleep, our body improves our immune system. So if somebody is not getting enough sleep, their body is getting weaker, the immune system is getting weaker, they are more susceptible to illnesses and diseases. Now let's talk about the physical risk to lack of sleep. We learned that the lack of sleep causes high blood pressure. In America, a great number of adults suffer from high blood pressure. We often automatically think, I have high blood pressure, I need to go on medication, I need to see my doctor, and so on and so forth. One of the simplest ways to prevent high blood pressure is to get enough sleep. The lack of sleep disrupts the hormones that controls hunger. So feeling hunger is controlled in our brain. There are hormones in our brain that tells us that you are full and you are hungry. So when we don't get enough sleep, those hormones are not functioning. They are not telling our brain that now you are hungry, now you are not hungry. We tend to eat more, and this leads to obesity. Just think about how much money we spend trying to lose weight, trying to look better, trying to go to the gym, trying to be fit. Now, all of that can be prevented if we we take care of our body and we get enough sleep. Now, in children and teenagers, sleep supports the growth. So, similar to hunger, our brain produces hormones that helps us grow. So, sleep also helps in teenagers and children in that way. There are health consequences to sleep deprivation. Some of them mild, some of them extreme. The mildest I could think of is things like you start slurring your speech. You're trying to speak, but you're slurring your speech. One of the most devastating is lack of focus. Think of yourself driving and falling asleep while you're driving. Have you ever experienced driving, you doze off and you wake up, you're on the opposite lane? Now, these things are caused by a lack of sleep. And lack of sleep can cause these diseases such as obesity, diabetes. It can cause even a stroke in a human being. Think about how much money it would cost you if you had a stroke. You could die, you could become impaired, your family would have to give up their own life, their own livelihood, their work to come and care for you. You might need to hire a nurse that will have to come home and care for you. That cost can be prevented by giving yourself enough sleep. But how much is enough sleep? Data shows that an adult needs about 6 to 8 hours of sleep in a day. Lack of sleep also causes hormonal imbalance, which we've discussed previously. Lack of sleep has an impact on our mental health. Lack of sleep causes anxiety and depression in adults. It also causes an inability to control our cognitive functions. So it's not just about going a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks without sleep. Data shows that even short-term lack of sleep, like 36 hours without sleep, 24 hours without sleep, can cause serious damage to our body. So data shows that in the United States, 100,000 car accidents or crashes are caused by sleepy drivers or drowsy drivers. Data also shows that approximately 1,500 deaths are linked to drowsy driving. Think about this. How many drunk drivers do we encounter on the roads? How many drunk drivers cause accidents on the road? Now think about this. 100,000 accidents in the United States per year are caused by drowsy drivers. Drivers that were too tired coming from work or didn't get enough sleep the night before trying to go to work or doing their mundane activities on a day-to-day basis. Now, microsleep occurs even as I'm talking like this. Sometimes you get microsleep. And now think about going an extended period of time not getting enough sleep. You could find yourself in a car accident that you didn't wish for because you did not get enough rest the night before, you did not get enough sleep the night before. You find yourself in an accident that is going to cost you thousands of dollars. How can we improve our sleeping habits and our sleeping patterns? We could do the most easy thing is to maintain a constant schedule in terms of sleeping. Our body produces melanin that is a hormone that helps regulate sleep. From 6 p.m., 5 p.m. in some instances, our body starts producing melanin. So if you have enough sleep overnight, Make it a habit of sleeping at the same time every day and waking up at the same time every day. Um, that helps us improve the hygiene, our sleep hygiene. Reducing lights and noises in the bedroom. Some of us have TVs in our bedroom. Some of us are on our phone constantly. The presence of electronics in our room, continued use of electronics around sleep time is bad to our sleep hygiene. So the other free thing that we can do that can keep us healthy is regular exercise. We need some physical activity. Get the kids to leave the PlayStation, go outside, play outside, run around, do some physical activity with the kids. Eat a healthy diet and limit caffeine and alcohol. I have some caffeine, I have some water, but too much caffeine is not good for anybody. It impacts our sleep. Too much alcohol also is not good for our sleep hygiene. In conclusion, sleep is an essential part of our daily living. Sleep deprivation has an impact on our mental health and our physical health. We need to prioritize sleep in order to improve our quality of life. Thank you.